don't necessarily have a specific topic, but I wanted to touch base on some of the stuff that I had talked about in one of my last videos about how things control us. I'm going to go with the drugs and alcohol again because personally I have the most experience with those things. So, over my 38 years of life, I have excuse me. Okay. Keep myself together. I have experienced addiction from just about every angle of it. Being the daughter of it, being the sister of it, being an addict myself, and I haven't experienced being the mother of an addict, and I think probably two of the most difficult ones to deal with would be being the partner of an addict and being the parent, because constantly worrying about your child if they're going to survive. But I think being the partner is probably the hardest. Again, I'm not a parent, so I can't say, but as the partner, you are living with them. They're lying and hiding things from you, and it's hurtful because it is a betrayal. It really feels like they're choosing something else over you. It'd be the same as if they were to have an affair or cheat. That's what it feels like, at least for me, in my opinion. It's extremely hurtful. And then once that trust is lost, without excellent communication and without full transparency, how do you go about trusting them, especially if they are still doing things that just don't add up and they can't prove to you, anything, but they want you to prove that you've actually been at work all day, but they don't have to prove anything. So, being the daughter, the sister, the addict, myself, I would rather go through any of that any day than suffering, sitting and just watching the person you love destroy their life, destroy your life. And then what happens in the meantime is, they don't want people figuring things out. So they turn people against you because they don't want you guys communicating. If you're communicating with people, then you're going to start to add things up. Things will make more sense. So it's just natural that they're going to try to turn friends and family against you so that you can't figure it out, or so that the friends or family can't figure it out, or whatever the case may be. So then they damage any relationship that you had with whoever they're telling lies about, or telling lies to about you. And that's also extremely hurtful, because I'm sure that anybody that's in a relationship wants their family to like their partner, because you want your partner to be included in family events and stuff. So when you lie about your partner to cover up your own drug use, you know, it's hurtful. Yeah. I dealt with, one of my brothers having a really bad addiction to crack cocaine. But I didn't live with my brother. I didn't know really the extent of what he was doing. Even though I've heard stories and whatnot. But when you're living with somebody with an active addiction, especially something as strong as that, it's devastating. Like I talked about in the last video, drugs and alcohol, they control people. They make people do things that they wouldn't normally do. I mean, I've known people that have stolen money from their parents, siblings, partners, people that have just destroyed other people's lives just to fuel their own addiction. And it's so sad. And you want to help them. You want to do whatever it takes to help them. But until they are ready to do it, there's nothing that you can do. And it sucks. Because you're literally just sitting there watching them ruin their life, your life. It sucks. Yeah. I'm gonna briefly talk about my brother Chris again for a minute. Hi Chris, I love you, and I'm super proud of you. I'm so proud. I'm proud that you've turned your life around. I'm proud that you've given your life to Christ. I'm proud that you have a beautiful wife and 2 more beautiful children that live with you, and the other 2 beautiful girls live in New York. I'm proud of you. And it is possible for people to change. And perfect example of that is myself, my brother Chris, my father, all of us. We've had our addictions and we've overcome them. Only by the grace of God. Thank you, God. So, excuse me. I remember Chris was in and out of prison. And my parents were very concerned. And my grandmother, God bless that woman, she thought that she was helping Chris, but really she was enabling him. And I remember my father saying, she's going to be the death of him. And the only thing that was going to save him was jail. And I remember praying for him to go to jail because I didn't want him to die. Did you guys know this just happened within the last couple of days that somebody died from smoking crack because there was fentanyl in it? So it's literally just killing people. All of these addictions, that's what they do. Cigarettes included, okay? I know. Like I said before, please just give me a break, okay? Don't give me a hard time about it. I just found out that there was a guy in Johnstown. His heart exploded. At least that's what I was told. Something along those lines, because he was smoking crack.